Hey guys, Jerry here and welcome back to GregTech, where it's finally time to make some progress on this little notice board that we haven't really been paying too much attention to lately. So we have this point here, the Dragon Egg Siphon, and as you saw last time I finally set up a way to make iridium. So far I've made one piece of iridium on it. I had to test out whether it worked. It does. Basically it sucks up all the power and then it just waits for all the UU matter to be delivered. I also installed a pipe to pipe the UU matter into it, rather than having to waste my cells all the time. So I guess I can just show you guys by having it do a single run here. I don't know if I have enough UU matter, but this machine does appear to be saving progress, so it also consumes the UU matter really slowly. So like this will get to 100% and this will be stuck at 6%, and then it'll just take ages to actually make something. But yeah, I'm thinking of just setting it to just repeatedly make iridium, and then once I have enough power to just have the math fabricator running constantly, then that'll be good. For now, my power reserves have actually been drained quite a bit. I've managed to fill them up a bit. I had to make new fuel for the nuclear reactor over there. But yeah, I still have plenty of uranium. I still got tons of plutonium. So making fuel is not a problem at all. Very much not so. Anyway, let us get on with the Dragon Siphon, because I have been very busy making, I guess it would be about 32 Labotron crystals, which is a full stack of advanced circuits and a lot of lapis and such, and I've actually converted it all into these things that you see here. So I have 4 energy flow circuits, which use this recipe for. So the process here is an advanced circuit and platinum plate. For these I've made a supercondensator. I made two superconductors a while ago, and a supercondensator with 2 Labotron energy orbs here, which is 100 million EUs. So these are like 16 Labotron crystals in total, and then there's another one here and just another teleporter, and then all I need to do is make 2 more iridium plates, iridium alloy plates. And I've been hunting through dungeons. I've spent about 3 or 4 hours in total hunting dungeons since last recording, just trying to get enough of this bloody iridium to actually make the siphon. So that's given me, like, I have a lot of gems. I have some stuff that I've looted, like the chests. I have a lot of bauxite ore and uranium ore and stuff that I've picked up, and I need to make these into plates, so I need to get my blast furnace, or blast implosion compressor here going. I only have enough TNT for 1. Let us see if we can scavenge some more flint somewhere. I made a new engine here just to get this one going slowly, so I have a sort of a rather steady income of flint. Which of course helps me in making the industrial TNT. Now I've just started making it with this recipe here because the GregTech recipe doesn't appear to actually be more efficient. Like flint dust without red power and the basalt there, flint dust is actually really hard to come by. Like you don't get enough flint dust from one flint to make it worth it. So the flint becomes the limiting recipe, limiting ingredient rather than TNT. And that's kind of annoying. Anyway, we got what we need. 2 iridium reinforced plates, and there we go, Dragon Egg Siphon. It says it gives out at 1024, and I'm assuming that's also what it just continually produces. So let's take the Dragon Egg and the Dragon Egg Siphon. And then, as you can see here, I've actually set up a little glass fiber cable. I figure this thing, considering how expensive it has been, it needs the best cable I can get, just, you know. So, just quickly do the math here. This thing can take 1024 or 2048. So we got 512 coming in there. We got 128, so that leaves it at like 7 something, which means that we still have plenty of capacity available in it to use this. So this thing is down now, and if we put the Dragon Egg on top of it, it powers up. And let's go. Nothing blown up. Oh, look at that power. Look at that power. That is indeed 1024 and it's just coming in. Like, I don't have to do anything at all to get that power. It's just coming in, which means that I can now permanently turn on this. And then basically, I'm using the saw to just feed into 2 recyclers now. It does appear that it favors putting stuff into this one. I think that's because the pipe's on this side of the chest and the hopper is over here, so this hopper steals it faster. But that just means I can also use this chest as sort of a trash can, which I can access from upstairs, and just put stuff in that I don't want, and it'll automatically be recycled into scrap and made into iridium. So that seems to work, and with the amount of power I have now, I guess I can turn off the nuke. Let's just see if we still have... Yeah, still got quite a large surplus. So that means we can also reliably toss shit tons of stuff into this one. Let's just get some more aluminium in there, because why not? So yeah, that's... like, it's taken me a lot of time, a lot of crafting to get this thing done, but yeah, GregTech is kind of grindy at this point. It really is. No offense, but it really, really is. Anyway, now that we have that sorted out, I kind of want to go into a bit more forestry. Now this is basically, I just want to get a different way to make Minecraft jewels. And what I'm thinking is that we'll use these saplings here that we get so many from the tree farm to make ethanol. Now this is a rather long process. We can use the still, or we can use the refinery, which is, I don't think that's actually better. Like, that's, see, 4 gives a 1, so that's 4 to 1. Then there's the still, which 1 to 3, so they are, or rather 10 to 3, so that's a bit better. And then I kind of had the feeling that you could also use the big distillation tower downstairs. Let me just quickly see here, oil. If you see oil cell uses distillation tower recipes. Biomass cell, yeah. So 3 to 1. So we can also use the distillation tower to actually make ethanol here. And this is actually really convenient, because this fertilizer here we can then potentially use to make more biomass. So this would actually be a really, really good way to do it. And also get some use out of our distillation tower, because the raw oil supply has been kind of, you know, not too conveniently placed. Although the desert that I found over in that direction there has tons of oil, like really tons of it. So much oil. Anyway, let's get started on getting these forestry machines. So what we're gonna need is, we're gonna need a bunch of bronze, because we need to make these sturdy casings here. And then we need to make, first of all, well, we can either make a squeezer and then try and get fruit juice, but we don't have enough fruit being produced to make that reliable. Instead, we'll just use water, and then we'll, instead of having, yeah, water instead of fruit juice, and then we'll need to get the fermenter. So the fermenter needs 4 bronze gears, which we can make rather easily, and it does appear that it actually does use the GregTech recipe as well, or we can use the GregTech recipe, which means that we can save a bit of material by using our lovely extruder over here. So we need 4 of these, so that's 16 ingots. And this thing's normally pretty quick. What else do we need? We need 4 glass and the sturdy casing, so let's just put that in. And then it's just a matter of getting the gears done. It'll be done soon enough. In the meantime, let us just quickly take these electron plates that I have. See, do I have any more silicon as well? Yes, I do. Start making some more advanced circuits, because we will need them. Like, there's just no doubt about it, we will need them. Let's actually just quickly go outside. Because, first of all, the rubber farm here is doing fantastically. Like, I'm getting tons of rubber, I can't really use all of it. This thing has apparently switched everything out for the larges again. I kind of get the feeling that if I want to limit this in terms of what it does, I actually have to clear it out manually, like remove all the saplings from it, and then remove all the saplings out here as well, because it just keeps producing more of them. Ooh, what's that? A butterfly. It's a pity I don't have a scoop on me. We could pick up the butterfly. Speaking of butterflies, there is something quite ridiculous about the butterflies. Basically, Forestry likes to have butterflies fly around, and eventually they fly out of range of the loaded chunks. So there is a circle around my base, which is made up of the distance that chunks are loaded whenever I'm around here. And in that circle there's just so many butterflies. Like, they're just everywhere, so many butterflies. What's this in here? We have a little blue plant there. And we got some, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was trying to breed some new things and just checking if anything happens. Nothing really that fantastic. So anyway, bronze gears. Also bees, quickly bee. Let me take my bees, because I think this one. I managed to get a mysterious queen. Basically, this is in the magic bees line, and these produce occult combs, which produce magic wax every time, which we can either use in a magic energy converter to make power, or we can use to make these magic frames, which are really good. I think these are like the main point of it. They allow you to vastly increase the production of your things. But since we also have the villages now, I'm thinking the whole like frame thing is kind of sorted, provided we can keep buying stuff from that one guy. Speaking of that one guy, let's go buy those 2 frames from him just to see what other traits we can unlock. So we got a bunch of... Did we get another one of these? Like, there's no way they can get back in, so surely they must have spawned. They must have spawned one more, another one. Okay. I don't think I have an unlimited spawner here, but judging from the amount of villages here, I'm not actually too certain anymore. There we are. 6 proven frames. You should now love us. Just wait for the particles to finish. And he now wants to buy princesses as well. Alright, so we can at least reset it once we can't buy any more frames from him. The fun thing about these frames is that you can't actually normally stack them. So the fact that I have them stacked now is actually something I should really enjoy. It's a minor thing, but it's... yeah. Very minor thing indeed. Let's actually put them in here with the mysterious guys and see if we can just quickly get them actually, you know, cleansed up a bit so they're purebred. Purebred mysterious would be pretty fun, pretty good. And in here I'm trying to make this diligent one, but the problem with that is that the princess apparently reverted into a common one here, so let's just try another cultivated. And then we'll take these 2 bees and toss in here. And let's, just for the sake of it, get a bit of honey out of these guys. Alright, bronze gears should definitely be done by now. So let's grab those. I should probably have checked the next machine that we need as well. Although I'm not actually sure we need another machine. Fermenter requires 15 microjoules per tick. Yeah, this is the kicker. We need some forestry energy, Buildcraft energy, in order to actually make this thing work. Which means that we need to make another tin engine. And I need a piston as well. Yeah, you still got iron. Piston, wait, gears. There. Alright, one of these. Now we're probably going to need to get a circuit board in this as well in order to give it enough power to work the fermenter, although I do believe the fermenter actually can work slowly. We'll see. So yeah, I used this thing just before to get a bit of oil processing, so let me just quickly do something about that. Methane goes into gas turbine, sulfuric acid can be tossed into some batteries. I should have some of that as well, glycerol. So chemical reactor. We take glycerol and diesel to make nitrodiesel, and then the canning machine we take empty batteries and some sulfuric acid to make acid batteries, of course. And the fertilizer we can toss over here for now, in my fertilizer chest. This is like if this chest could just be tossed into the chemical reactor directly, we'll just get a ton of fertilizer out, so that's the way that works. I thought I had a couple extras of these, I just couldn't see them last time I was there. Anyway, so fermenter requires blah 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 blah, needs saplings as well. Saplings are here. And it actually does need some fertilizer as well. Let's see if we can use the industrial craft stuff. If not, then we'll have to get some forestry from the greenhouse. So, what was I looking for? That's actually a really good question. Anyway, let's go downstairs and set this up, see if we can somehow make it work. So what we need is... Actually, I think... Let's do it here, because then we can have the saplings automatically go into it should the need arise. So we can put this... Let me just quickly see, we can put this engine here. There. Can I wrench it with this one? Yeah. And then it just needs some... and the redstone signal to it. Now this fertilizer here, will that go there? And this there? And then we need this to extend this water pipe here as well. To go into the fermenter. So I'm gonna need a couple of stone fluid pipes, I'm gonna need a lever. I have the stone fluid pipes at least. And the lever, well... Meh, why do I... Before I complain, let me just quickly check. Yeah, why do I never have any of those around? I'll just take the redstone torch. And then let's see if we can make some biomass. Running, running, running. So that goes in there. Water's filling up. It says the recipe is now valid at least. So if we put that there. Yeah, there we go. It's making some stuff. It's not doing it that fast, I think. It might actually... We'll see if it actually needs more power than it's getting now. Like, this engine also has to heat up first, so... but it might not be a bad idea for us to sort out an upgrade to it so we can get it up to scratch. I think we just want it to be as quick as possible, really. Like, as much energy as we can toss into it. There is one thing we can just quickly test. Just to see if we actually need to get all the way up there. Let's get the clockwork engine. I should really make a couple extras of these. They're rather convenient. Just go here, bam, 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 and then we have... Yeah, it does appear that it wanted more power than we can provide here. Alright, so that means we need to set up a little circuit board. Did I leave any of those? Did I make extras? Intricate circuit board? Nope. Alright, let's... Circuit. Intricate. So that's 3 gold and 6 redstone. 6, and let's make 2 of them. And then I also need... What did I need? I need the batteries, because the batteries are actually the way that I'm powering over there. It's kind of silly, I know. I should just really put a cable over there, especially now that I have the Dragon Egg siphon going. But for now, like, I also need to use these batteries once I'm making them, so... Not the centrifuge, we need the carpenter this time. And enhanced circuit board, nope, we need the good one. And do I have enough water in there? I should just have enough water. So this shouldn't take too long. Now both of these are without amplifiers, and the carpenter and the squeezer doesn't seem to care too much. Not the squeezer, the centrifuge here. Doesn't seem to care too much whether you're giving it full power or not. Of course it can work faster the more power you give it, but it doesn't seem to care too much. So once this one's done, we're gonna need to figure out exactly how to which additions it is that we need to upgrade them to give the maximum amount of power. I'm just gonna look at that up quickly. All right, so the things we need are tin and bronze. So we got tin there, and I'm hoping that we left some bronze over in the other chest. I saw we had some electron tubes over there. I'm hoping some of them are bronze, because otherwise we're gonna need to smelt some glass. And bronze, there are 2 bronze. That's enough for 1, which should be enough actually, because we only need one. Technically we only need 1. So put 1 there. Electric engine, 2 bronze. So that's boost 2, and then 2 tin. And there we are. So it'll use a lot of power, but it'll also give out a lot of energy, which should be enough to get the fermenter going pretty well. So the question is whether the we'll be stealing too much power from the rest of the machines, but we'll see. Let's put that in there. Maybe the fertilizer here doesn't actually work. Maybe it's just that. That would appear to be the case, since even beefing up the power didn't do anything. So let's... Yeah, I should probably have turned off the engine while doing this. I'm just wasting power now. So over here I should have... Was it not here that I made the appetite recipe? Yes, it was, but I didn't bring any extras. And I didn't bring any... Oh well. We got ash and we got appetite inside. Also, for those of you who were very, very observant, there was a couple of holes in the wall earlier. That's actually from when the machine blew up last time, and I forgot to fix the outside. I didn't realize anything out there had blown up as well. So, let's see, I got appetite in here. 8 of those. I got ashes here. And let's just quickly... 2 stacks. Plenty. And there we are. Okay, so that's making it. Now we're cooking. So yeah, we might actually be, you know, overdoing it a bit with the amount of power that we're pumping into it now, but at least it's going fast, which means that we might actually be able to keep up with the saplings coming in here. So what I need to do now is just get a little bit of pipe, normal pipe, and another sapling, and then we can send the saplings automatically into that machine. But yeah, I think I might actually remove the circuit board again then, if that's the case, because it would be better for us to then have it sort of arranged. Let's see, these should be splitting up automatically now. I just need 1 here. Let's see, okay, black are these. So they should be automatically going in there now. And then we just need to get a way to get the biomass out and into the distillation thing. So that means we need some cells. Now I know I'm dragging on a bit here, but we have a project here. Let's actually do it. Cells. So I know for a fact that the distillation tower doesn't kill my cells. Why are you not working anymore? Oh, you're out of water. We've completely killed the supply of water. That's something I'm gonna need to look into. Anyway, I'll do that between episodes. So let us put the biomass in here. So it takes 3 of them, and it goes through and it uses a bunch of power. Let's actually just quickly see how much it uses. 32,000, and out we get 128,000 if we put it in the diesel generator. Not too bad, not too bad. So this thing we could actually potentially automate completely if we can get this pumped into the distillation tower. And then we can take these ethanol cells, bring them upstairs. And then we have the digital tank here, which is connected to 4 diesel engines. So each of them should now have a quarter of the power, or a quarter of the ethanol. and they'll burn it and generate more power. But as you can see with the Dragon X Siphon and everything running at the moment, we've actually managed to almost fill it up just during the during this episode. So yeah, power not an issue right now. I'm happy to say, for once, for the first time ever, power is not the issue, which means that we can actually, you know, process all the stuff we have, provided that we can actually get stuff moved around and such. We can cook all the stuff we'd ever want to in the blast furnace. We can make all the tungsten steel and such that we'd ever want as well. And we can just leave the iridium machine running. So, speaking of iridium machine, let's just quickly end it by looking at how's that progressing. Waiting, it's made one, and it's starting to fill up again. So yeah, takes an episode to make a piece of iridium. I'll see you next time. Bye.